Right, let's make a start with algebra and gathering of like terms, putting things that are the same together. Now, in algebra, when we're gathering like terms, they must be the same. For instance, if I said to you, I have one A, I have another A, and I have another A, what will you tell me? How many A's have I got? I have 3 A's. Yeah, I've gathered them up. 1, 2, and 3. I have 3 A's. If I already have 2 and you give me another 3 lot of A's, I will have 5 A's. Okay. Now, it gets a little bit more tricky when it comes to, hey, but what if A plus A squared plus A plus A squared? Now, some of you may say to me, oh, well, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lots of A's. Do I? Is the A and the A squared the same thing? Are they like terms? Well, in fact, the answer is no. And let's prove it. If I said to you A was equal to 5, well, A, in this case, is equal to 5 squared, and that is 25. So no, they are not the same. They are not like terms. So let's gather up the ones that are the same. We have an A plus another A, and I'll use a different color for this. We have plus A squared plus another group of A squareds. So in essence, I have A plus A is 2A, and A squared plus another A squared, I have 2 lots of A squareds. That would be my answer for this one. And you've noticed I've used color here. And I'll show you a little bit later when it gets a bit more complex why color is so important. It helps us to gather the things that are the same. Now, typical question in the exam. They like asking you this one. What is AB plus BA? Okay. Now, your first question to yourself would be, is AB and BA, are they like terms? Well, let's see if we can prove it. If A is equal to 2, and B is equal to 3. What does AB actually mean? It means A times B. So let's times it. A times B, 2 times 3 is 6. B is 3, A is 2, 3 times 2 is 6. So yes, they are like terms. So in actual fact, all I've got here are 2 lots of ABs. Now let's go a little bit further. I'm going to rule these off as completed. And let's go on to bringing in some positive, negative signs. Right, let's start. 2m plus 3n minus 4m plus 6n. Right, now we bring in the color again, as I said earlier. We need to look for things that are the same. Now, clearly there's an m and there's an m, and there's an n, and there is an n. So let's block them off. 2m minus 4n. When I do this, it is very important that I take the sign with the actual number and letter. Okay, very important. So we have a positive 3n. We're starting in the positives, and we have more positives added on. So let's see what we've got. We have 2m minus 4m. So now you need to think a little bit. Am I still going to be in the positives, or am I moving into the negative numbers? 2 minus 4 is in actual fact minus 2. So I've lost 4. I'm down to minus 2m. Plus 3n plus 6n. Well, I was in the positives. I get 6 more added onto that. I am still in the positives because it's 3n plus 6n. I have 9 lots of n's. And that is my answer. Okay, let's move a little bit further. What is minus 7y? Minus 7y. Okay, now we can think of this 2 ways. We can either in money, or we can look at it as degrees. I've lost 7 pounds. I lose 7 pounds, or I lose 7 y's, and I lose another 7 y's. I'm going to be down to minus 14y. Okay, is that clear? I lose 7, I lose another 7, I'm still in the negatives, minus 14y. Okay, let's go. 8m plus 9m. Let's make it minus 8m. Okay, so I start in the negatives, remembering when we have our number line, we start with 0 there, and we have all the positive numbers that side of the 0, or the 0, and all the negative numbers of that side. So now there I've started in the negatives. I get given 9, so I'm surely up 1. So it will be either 1m, or we normally just write it as m. 1m and m actually mean the same thing. Okay? So here I started with 8m. I got given 9m. I was back into the positives by 1. All right. Okay, let's move a little bit further. This is all to do with gathering things that are the same. Okay, now we mix it up a bit. 3xy minus 4 plus 6xy plus 3, let's make it z, minus 5, and then minus 8z. Now there's quite a lot going on here, so we need to have our wits about us. So let's look. We've got an xy there, an xy there, so let's put a bit of color around them. Don't forget to take the sign as well. We then have, just pure numbers. So let's take the sign, minus 4, minus 5. I hope you guys are getting the idea of why I'm using color. And we have z's and z's, and they are the same. So, starting on this side, we have 3xy, and we get 6xy added to it. So 3xy plus 6xy is going to give me 9 lots of xy. Okay. I'm in the negatives. Minus 4. And look at it this way. I lose another 5. Surely I'm down to minus 9. And our last one, plus 3z. Oops. And now I lose 8 of the 3 that I already had. So surely if I was in the positives, I had 3, but I lost 8. Okay. I'm now down to minus 5z. Okay. So that is basically what you need to know and what you need to do when you are gathering things that are the same. Okay. Now one last thing. If you get given something like this, a minus a, okay? Positive a minus a, you end up with 0. It's not necessary for you to write 0a, okay? Just 0.